King Harold with you, Kings Club Casino, tonight. Some commentary and some prayer. Prayer for what happened today, and prayer for our nation. We reach things where violence across our nation is out of control and is touching everyone. And it's time to just stop. As everyone comes in, please just understand my mood and my tone tonight. I know you guys relate to me. Richard, JP, how you guys doing? Let's get a few more in the house and we'll get started. I don't think that I was the. Hey Trish, good evening. All people of any all people with any moral balance, all people with any relationship to the Lord God Almighty will know fully getting at tonight. Hey Chuck and Gary, Crystal Lewis, welcome to all of you. It was just a short week ago, coming into Labor Day, that President Trump took a couple of days off and disappeared. And even some of the highest ranking Democrats, like the candidate for the Democrat nomination for vice president for one. Hey, Blue Dud. Hey, Michael Steinfeld. Had the horrific nerve to come out and say, we've not seen Trump for 2 days. Maybe we'll get some really good news tomorrow morning. Now, he said that, and it was followed up from Chuck Schumer. It was followed up from Hakeem Jeffries. It was followed up across the aisles. Glee had the hopes that a man had passed away, a president of the United States. That is the depths of some of the depravity we have ongoing. We also have the slaughter of the young woman in Charlotte, Ukrainian refugee who has arrived here for a better life, slaughtered out of hate by a violent 14-time released felon who was then apologized to by the mayor of Charlotte for his horrific upbringing. We have the professor in Auburn, jumped and slaughtered there. There is no outrage in our nation. As a matter of fact, some of the leading news agencies aren't even reporting it. No news agency cared that the entire Democrat Party wished for the president to be dead and has never mourned or was upset at the 2 assassination attempts on his life. Now today, a wonderful man, a brilliant person, open with all the campuses, calm in his discussions over all subjects, 31 years old, married, father of 2 children, is cut down in the prime of his life. And yet I've already heard this afternoon rhetoric from the left side about how well he had incendiary right-wing philosophy. He had a conservative tone, but he was respectful of everyone. I pray tonight, God, you have Charlie Kirk in your arms right now. Wonderful man, a patriot, a wonderful American. And that you will touch his wife Erica and his 2 young children and let them know that we don't understand why things are done. We don't understand the ways of God. We don't understand what happens. These things are beyond our understanding. We must accept that there are reasons for everything. Maybe the reason for this is to instill a tone of peace in our nation. Maybe the reason for this is that for once, perhaps the leaders of the Democrat Party, beginning with Barack Obama, going right through to Joe Biden, going to Hillary Clinton, to Nancy Pelosi, to Chuck Schumer, to Hakeem Jeffries, all the way down the line, that you will shut up and understand that lives matter. All of the lives matter. And keep your political rhetoric calm from fomenting violence throughout our nation. You have fomented violence and allowed streets to be torn apart and killings everywhere. Killings of black on black, killings of blacks on whites. The killings have to stop. The killings of transgenders reaching out and being angered over their own mental illness. I see some of the things written here, you guys, you know that I am absolutely in lockstep with you. We would never reach out. Nobody that is like we are would want anyone harmed. I prayed that no one would do anything to Barack Obama for 8 years. He'd been elected president, let the man be president. But that's not what's going on in our nation right now. And the Charlie Kirk Laws, I've seen him many, many times. He's always a calm man. He's always a respectful man. He always points out and he always listens carefully to what the person is saying. He's wildly popular on campuses, but the transgender community doesn't like him because he calls it out for what it is. Anybody that wants to be the other gender does have a mental illness. That's the way it is. You can't deny it. I wish that we could have it attended to. I wish everyone could be mentally healthy and physically healthy. I know for certain that Saturday night, as I laid on the garage floor of my home, violently ill, with a bacteria that was eating at my soul, that I was at heaven's door. And when the ambulance arrived and they took me to the ER, they said, "We don't know what you have. We're going to treat you for everything." And they admitted me, and the next morning, the steroids and the antibiotics began to take hold, and I began to come back around. And 3 days later, I am here with you now. I am a little bit hoarse, but I am here with you, and I'm so thankful for all of you. I love all of you, and you guys mean so much to my lifetime. I've been a businessman all of my life, 25 years military, and then 25 years as a businessman. But throughout my life, I've also been an ordained minister, to the point that I do weddings and funerals for the people that matter to me. I don't preach in a church. I never intended on doing that. I could do it if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in the ministry. But I've got my relationship with God that I'm so very proud of, a very personal relationship. And I've been talking to God all afternoon about Charlie Kirk. There is a calm to me now, but I'm wanting our nation to heal. I'm wanting our nation to understand that this has to end. The killing of innocent people has got to end. Dearest Heavenly Father, bless our kingdom tonight. The wonderful men and women that are here with me, bless us all and lead us to understanding why things happen, and lead us to understanding how we all, as an international community, can come together for the goodwill that is here for us. Thank you, all of you. I had some things that I was going to cover tonight, talking about how you handle your own LLC, talk about how you build your own kingdom, either as a private person doing it on your own or as part of a corporate team. But instead, I'm just going to simply go through and see if we can win 4 sessions, and then I'm going to let you go, and we will come back because, quite frankly, I have a lot more meditation that I want to do tonight. Thank you, Pure Blooded Patriot, and I love you. Thank you. Any question from anybody is quite all right. I don't know about the level of professionalism in that shot. I don't know that it wasn't a hired professional shooter. I know from 200 yards, landing a shot like they landed was it doesn't require the finest of marksmen, but it was a shot that Thomas Root couldn't do in Butler, Pennsylvania. So it was a person that had a level of some skill. We'll find out all these things, but none of it's going to bring Charlie back. Okay, so we've got 3,069,065. I'm going to be going for $100 sessions, which means we're going to be betting $100 as our entry because we want to win one bet and be gone. We don't want to be dragged out into long marathon matches. Now, it will be longer because I'm going to play 4 sessions. That sometimes leaves me in deep water. But I'm also going to start with the baseball bet because I like starting that way. I am getting better, JP. I'm stronger now than I was 5 days ago. I'm so much stronger than I was 4 days ago. But my strength is coming back in ways that's abundant. I am so blessed. I even did my weights today. So let's start with a $100 bet. I started on the banker. This is the baseball bet. For you guys that weren't following or didn't hear me the other night, I made really a dumb pick in baseball this past weekend. The Angels got slaughtered like 17-4 and 11-5. But then, doggone it, that third game pulled it out, and we are still undefeated in the Major League Baseball bets. Sorry that it went to the third day. That's a pricey bet to make, I know. But we got there, and we're going to try to get another one coming up this coming weekend. We have got 3,068,009. Oh, no, we had 3,069,065. We got 100 out there. So here we go. Let's see if we can get a banker win. And we did. Chuck Ritter would give you a big salute on that one. Thank you, Pure Brother Patriot. I got it. I've got meds all over the house, but I will write these down and put them in the queue. But I am all, as I said, I've already recovered to a great strength. So we are up plus 1 unit right now. We would walk. Now your 1 unit is whatever you want it to be. It could have been $1,000. It could have been $100. It could have been $25. I'm also going to be telling you that I have made decisions on this since we are going to be playing very short sessions in the casino. Play that no commission table. Don't play the $100 commission tables and give up that 5% every time. It begins to add up when you get to be on a large bet. When you got like a $400 bet out there, you're going to lose 20 bucks on it. And so if you play the no commission table, the only push is the 3-card 7 that the banker wins with. If you've bet the banker, it's a push, you don't win your money. You can sacrifice that chance because you're not going to be at the table that long. You also can sacrifice that by playing player only. There are ways to do it. And I'm just saying we're at a position now that I want us not to be paying that commission. If you want to pay it, then you go ahead and play the larger amount. That's all right. But even if you're at the $25 table, you can get up to the $200-300 bet line because you still usually have a $10,000 ceiling. You were nervous betting on those Angels for the third game. You are not the only one. I can tell you that because they got killed in those first 2 games. Okay, so we've got to get. I'm betting a chop bet against player or banker after a pair, and if we win the first one, we're done. If we lose the first one, we will try to beat the triplet. So we've got one banker win here. So now we got a player win. We're going for our second session win of $100. As a banker wins, it chops back over. Whatever time it's going to take, we're going to take, and we're going to do it. So what do we have here? Just make sure. We've got 2 player bets, so we're going to bet $100 on the banker. This is to try to beat the pair. And we did. Now, that did take the commission from us, but if we'd been playing the $25 no commission table, we'd have won it all. So we've won 2 units. We've got a 1 banker win. We're halfway home. We got to get, and with that one, we're going to make a $100 bet on the player right now, trying to win that 3rd session. Couldn't get it, but we will come right back because this is a triplet now. We're going to try to beat this triplet if we can. And we did. So then when there is a no commission win, we got all the money back. So now we are +1, +1, +1. We're up 3 units. We got $3,069,355. We started with $3,069,065. So we almost have $400 in profit there. We paid commissions on those bankers. So now we've got going to play a banker for $100. We're trying to win. Very difficult 4th session right now if we can do it. And we did. So I have found that betting the chop against the pair and the triplet is a very strong way to play. The baseball bet to start is a very strong way to play, but it is a 90% win. I've also found that the other I call these the sweet spots. This is from all of my work over the 4 days that I was bedridden. If you're trying to beat the chop of either pair, you don't want to separate it out against being banker only or player only. You want to be able to use both sides. Tip of the cap to HR Green Shark again and to Cali KB. They recommended that. It proved to be a very strong way to play. Chopping the player or the banker on the pair or the triplet, that it won't go to the quad. You also, because I want us to learn how to play with some anonymity. Hey, Mark Myers, you hard-working fella. You haven't played since March, where you're going to be playing Pure Blood Patriot. The other sweet spot is you could do it as a drive-by. You can even do this as a drive-by. I want you not putting out players' cards. I really don't even want you sitting down. I want you coming up to the table, making your money, and like a ship in the night, turning and leaving with your 1 session. If you're still going for a $25 session, that's all right. Win the 25 today, win the 25 tomorrow, win the 25, win the 25 until you can go to the 50. Build yourself. If you've got the money to go in to win $200, still go to the $25 table and stand there and play the 200 and get your 200 and leave. But one of the other ways that the other sweet spot I have found is this is called chop the pair, chop the triple. If it goes to 4, you lost. But if you don't want to chop the pair and chop the triple, walk around and find a table that has a quad on the board and bet that the quad is going to get chopped and will not get to the septuplet. If it loses, it goes to the quintuplet. If it loses a second time, it goes to the septuplet, the 6th. It's ordinarily not going to the 6th. The quad will go to the 5th sometimes. It will rarely go to the 6th. Now it will. I mean, sometimes it'll go to the 13th. But over time, if you play the quad, chop the quad, and it goes to the 5th and it goes to the 6th, then you've lost twice. That's okay. You've got more martingales ahead of you. You have other tables there. Look for a new quad. If you decide to play chop the pair and chop the triple, that's what you're playing. If you go in to play chop the quad and chop the quint, look for another quad around the room. Find it and make your 3rd martingale bet right there, and you're going to get your money. So, as I'm saying, no matter what you're playing for is your unit. You want to get your unit and you want to get back out and you want to build your money. And I'm going to talk more about the business plan for individual LLCs, high yield accounts to keep your money in, and how to build it organically with money you can put in there, and how you can finally get to the point to where the high yield money that you get paid every month, you can begin to use that for yourself. And you can do other things like don't get a Starbucks tomorrow. Put that $7 in that high yield account. Build your money, build your own kingdom. Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you for knowing how much my heart hurts over how our nation has devolved into such violence. And hopefully and prayerfully, we can turn this around and become a nation that really cares about America again and cares about the American people again and doesn't look at life so cavalierly. God, thank you for your wisdom and grace tonight. And thank you for all these wonderful people that I am with all the time. God bless you all. I'm going to call it a night and spend some meditation night tonight with me and our faithful Father. God be with you all. Good night, Kingdom. Good night, Trish.